Good evening to you all on this day, on this 21st day of the 21st, 2021 in the 21st century, moving quickly into the new aeon here. And I am, as you know, a supporter and I'm not sure if devotee is the right word, but I really love Sophia, always have. And I even chose her name as a priestess in the Gnostic Catholic Church. And here I am. We're doing a lovely ceremony tonight for her on the solstice. And I wanted to share this with you, this part, because I am reading from the Holy Book of Pistis Sophia, one of the ancient scriptures. And it was really important to me at this day to do that. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and read pages from Book 2, from 95 to 100 in Book 2 of Pistis Sophia. And we are looking at the Coptic text, Gnostic text with commentary from J.J. Hertog. It's a very meaningful portent for the new times, and we recognize that further in my studies, many people don't realize that Mary Magdalene is the reincarnation of Sophia, Pistis Sophia, and Jesus in this entire commentary and book, he doesn't say specifically that Mary is her reincarnation, but he says it in a very light kind of way, and until you get to this point in the book, and he really spells it out very clearly who Mary Magdalene is at this point. So on this solstice day, I'm going to read this for you, and I hope that some of you get some insights into what is really part of the oldest religion on the planet. Okay. Oh, excuse me, I need to drink a little bit from my cup. And yes, reading from stanza 223 in Book 2. And that mystery knows why the four mysteries of the first thrice spiritual have stretched away, and why they are named the 24 spaces of the first thrice spiritual, and why they have arisen from the second thrice spiritual. And this is talking about the designations of angels and different entities that support the pleroma and have supported it in the past, and moving into what it's now becoming. And that mystery knows why the 24 mysteries of the third thrice spiritual, meaning the 24 spaces of the third thrice spiritual, have stretched away, and why they have arisen from the fatherless. And when they're talking about the fatherless, they're talking about something that came about without having had a father, which is clearly indicating that it came from Barbilo. Barbilo in the Nag Hammadi scriptures refers to the mother of all, and she copulates with God, and the luminaries come, and the Christ comes out of that. They don't iterate that, but essentially they know that she came from behind the veil, and so she had already many things that she brought with her. And this is what it's talking about. And that mystery knows why the 5 trees of the first thrice spiritual have stretched away, and why they have extended themselves, arraying behind the other, but being connected one to the other in all their orders, and why they have arisen from the fatherless. And that mystery knows why the 5 trees of the second thrice spiritual have stretched away, and why they have arisen from the fatherless. And that mystery knows why the 5 trees of the third thrice spiritual have stretched away, and why they have arisen from the fatherless. And I think what this is really going to, when they talk about that mystery knows, they're talking about the first mystery, which in this text is always referred to as the highest order of God. And that mystery knows why the pro-containables and the first thrice spiritual have stretched away, and why they have arisen from the fatherless. And that mystery knows why the pro-uncontainables of the second thrice spiritual have stretched away, and why they have arisen from the fatherless. And that mystery knows why the first thrice spiritual from below, who belong to the orders of the one singular, the ineffable, have stretched away, and why it has arisen from the second thrice spiritual. And that mystery knows why the third thrice spiritual, that is the first thrice spiritual from above, has stretched away, and why it has arisen from the 12th pro-thrice spiritual, which exists in the last region of the fatherless. Oh my goodness. We are just coming to the end of a great long stanza here, all regarding this fatherless and the thrice spiritual. And it really seems to me it's referring to all the designations, and it has stretched away, meaning it has gone past now, and he is just giving homage to these things that have stretched away. And now we're moving into the next phase. And that mystery knows why all the regions in the space of the ineffable and all those therein have expanded themselves, and why they have arisen from the last limb of the ineffable. And that mystery knows why. In itself, why it has stretched away to emerge with the ineffable, that is, from that which governs them all, and which extended them all according to their orders. This is saying to me that this all stretching away thing is, excuse me, is really referring to a process of expansion and contraction, a process of birthing, a process of releasing, and a process of change. It's how stars go into different phases. It's how cosmic events happen. And I believe that this is referring to the massive change in the cosmos, or in the pluralic realms. This change has occurred. This has occurred. Excuse me. 96. I will tell you all of these at the expansion of the all. Yes, all of those of whom I have spoken to you, those who will manifest and those who will follow, those who emanate and those who arise, and those who are external to them, and those who are planted within them, and those who encompass the region of the first mystery, and those who are found in the space of the ineffable. Of these I will speak to you and reveal them to you at the expansion of the all. I will tell you of them according to every region and every order. And I will reveal to you all the mysteries that govern them all, and their pro-thrice spirituals and their hyper-thrice spirituals, which govern their mysteries and their orders. Now then, the mystery of the ineffable knows why all these have originated, of whom I have spoken to you, and through whom all those have originated. It is the mystery which is in all of them, and it is the expansion of them all, and it is the ascension of them all, and it is the establishment of all of them. And the mystery of the ineffable is the mystery which is in all of these that I have described to you, and of which I will speak to further to you at the expansion of the all, which I'm interject here to say, I believe it is now. We are entering a new aeon, and I believe the time is now for Jesus to come forward and speak these messages to us. And this is why I feel a calling to read these things out loud to you, because I do believe that we are at the expansion of the all. It is the mystery which is in all of them, and it is the one single mystery of the ineffable, and the gnosis of all of whom I have told you, and of whom I will tell you more, and of whom I have not yet told you. Of these I will speak to you at the expansion of the all, and of their entire gnosis together, why they have originated. It is the one and only word of the ineffable. And I will speak to you of the expansion of all the mysteries and the types of each one of them, and the way of their fulfillment in all their forms. And I will speak to you of the mystery of the one singular, the ineffable, and all its types, all its forms, and its complete establishings, and why it has arisen from the last limb of the ineffable. For that mystery is the establishing limb of them all. Here I have to say, last limb, does that not speak of a tree? And we understand the tree of knowledge, the tree of wisdom, and the tree of life. This is what I believe he may be referring to esoterically, that in the establishing of the last limb of the tree is always in Malkut, and Malkut is the material world, suggesting strongly that being the establishing of the last limb, now it's in the material world. This is my take on that reading. And that mystery is of the ineffable, is furthermore one singular word, which exists in the language of the ineffable, and it is the basis of the meaning of all the words I have thus far spoken to you. And the one who will be given the one singular word of that mystery, which I will tell you now, and all its types and all its forms, and the way to fulfill its mystery, for you are perfected and all perfected, and you will fulfill the entire gnosis of that mystery and its complete establishing, for all mysteries are being given to you. Listen to me now, that I may speak to you that mystery, which is Yod He Vahe Sophia Shekinah. This is the divine tetragrammaton message of the Father raising the daughter raising the Son, but because it's a new aeon, the daughter is raising the daughter this time. Shekinah is the manifestation of Sophia, as she manifested in Mary, and will manifest again in another woman of the blood or of that spiritual line. This is the message of the divine tetragrammaton, having to incarnate in a woman now, because there have been too many years of male domination. This is why Jesus saved Sophia from the chaos. That's why he took her back to the pleroma. It's why he did this, because God told him to do that. Okay, we're at 15 minutes here, so I'm gonna skip some of my regular reading to read towards the end, so that you may understand. Very good. It's going much longer than I thought it would. Okay, good. There we go. And it's talking about what happens when people die. We're at stanza 98, book 2. The Virgin of Light seals him or her with a higher soul, which is this. It doesn't, the lacuna, they don't know what it means. And in that month in which he or she has left the matter body, thrust that one down into a body which will be righteousness, and be able to find the true Godhead and the higher mysteries, so that it may inherit them and inherit the eternal light which is in the gift of the second mystery of the first mystery of the ineffable. The second mystery is actually Sophia. The first mystery, looking within, is God. The first mystery, looking without, is Jesus, the Christ. The second mystery begins with Sophia. And concerning the third mystery of that ineffable, the human who fulfills that mystery, when he or she leaves the body, not only will that one inherit the kingdom of the mystery, but if that one achieves that mystery and fulfills it in all its forms, meaning that it performs that mystery and fulfills it well, and pronounces that mystery over a human being who is leaving the body and who has known that mystery, whether the former has hesitated or not, this one who finds him or herself in the hard punishments of the archons and in their hard judgments and their various fires, amen, I say to you, that individual who is leaving the body, if this mystery is pronounced on his or her behalf by someone else, they will move speedily to bring that person's or spirit across and hand him or her over to the other until they bring him before the Virgin of Light. So you can save someone's soul from being cast out by speaking this mystery while they die or shortly thereafter. One of the reasons, because of so many people dying, I felt compelled to share this message. And the Virgin of Light, and the message is, the word is grammatetragrammaton. That is the angel that oversees these things. And we're talking about the mystical mechanism of tetragrammaton on a higher sense. It's always been the father to the daughter and the mother to the son, but now we are looking at the mother bringing the daughter up in this time, and then the daughter bringing the son up. So they reign together later on. And if you know this book, you see this is what's coming. But let's move on here. Okay, where are we? And the Virgin of Light will seal him or her with a higher seal, which is, and they don't say what it is, but I'm assuming it is the cross with the circle around it, which holds the cross in. And it does reflect to some Native American stuff, but it encompasses the circle and holds that in, and is a barrier against all assaults. And that's the cross and circle that I've always used for Sophia myself. And in that month, she will thrust him or her down into the righteous body, which will find the true Godhead and the higher mystery, so that he or she will inherit the kingdom of light. This is then the gift of the third mystery of the ineffable, which is really the daughter of Sophia, as far as I understand. But that has not yet been revealed for sure. Just something I surmise at the moment. Now then, each one who will be given of the 5 mysteries of the ineffable, when he or she leaves the body and inherits up to the region of that mystery, then that kingdom of those 5 mysteries is higher than the kingdom of the 12 mysteries of the first mystery, and it is higher than all the mysteries below them. But those 5 mysteries of the ineffable are like one to the other in their kingdom, yet they are not the 3 mysteries of the ineffable. So again, it's talking about 5 spears or 5 trees, and then there's 3 more, clearly building upon one another. And the one who is given of the 3 mysteries of the ineffable will, upon leaving the body, inherit up to the kingdom of that mystery that they've learned or has been said over them. And those mysteries are like to the one or to the other in the kingdom. And those mysteries are like one to the other in the kingdom, and they are higher and more elevated than the 5 mysteries of the ineffable in the kingdom. But they are not like the one singular mystery in the ineffable. And what they're really talking about is that as the aeons go, as things build, one gets nicer, stronger, more powerful, because they have to be. And the one who is given the one singular of the ineffable will inherit the region of the whole kingdom, according to what I've already told you about its entire glory. And I am looking for a specific part that about Mary Magdalene. And it occurred, and this is 99, and it occurred when Jesus had finished speaking these words to his disciples, that Mary Magdalene came forward, saying, "My Lord, how many years of the years of the world is a year of the light?" And Jesus answered Mary, saying, "A day of the light is 1,000 years in the world, and that 365,000 years of the world are a single light year." I wonder if he's talking actual space-time. And here we are. This is what I've been really looking for. "And I will spend 1,000 light years being king in the midst of the last helper, and being king over all the emanations of the light, and over the complete number of souls who have been given the mysteries of the light. And to you, my disciples, and every one who will be given the mystery of the ineffable, will dwell with me on my right and on my left, being kings with me in my kingdom. And those who will be given the 3 mysteries of the ineffable will be fellow kings with you in the kingdom of light, and they will not be able to be alike to you or to those who are given the mystery of the ineffable, but rather they will dwell behind you as kings. And those who are given the 5 mysteries of the ineffable will also dwell behind the 3 mysteries, being also kings. And furthermore, those who are given the 12th mystery of the first mystery will also again dwell behind the 5 mysteries of the ineffable, being also kings according to each of them. And all those who are given the mysteries in all the regions of the space of the ineffable, these also will be kings, and dwell behind those who will receive the mystery of the first mystery, expanded each according to his glory, so that those who are given the higher mysteries will dwell in the higher regions, and those who are given the lower mysteries will dwell in the lower regions, being kings in the light of my kingdom. This then is the inheritance of the kingdom of the first space of the ineffable. However, those who are given all the mysteries of the second space, meaning that the space of the first mystery will dwell in the light of my kingdom, expanded each according to his glory, and each of them staying up in the mystery to which it has been given. And those who are given the higher mysteries will dwell in the higher regions, and those who are given the lower mysteries will dwell in the lower regions in the light of my kingdom. This is the inheritance of the second king, for those who are given the mystery of the second space of the first mystery. And further, those who are given the mysteries of the third space, meaning the first space from without, and they dwell behind the second king, expanded each according to his glory, and each of them staying in the mystery up to where it has been given, so that those who receive the higher mysteries will dwell in the higher regions, and those who receive the lower mysteries will dwell in the lower regions. And we're going to move on. You guys don't need to know about the residual and all of that. And what you really need to know is, this is why I've said to you before, the healthy have no need of a physician, but the sick do, meaning that those of the light do not require the mysteries, for they are pure lights, but the race of humankind needs them, for they are material leaven. Therefore now teach all humanity and say, do not stop searching day and night until you find the cleansing mysteries. Say to the rest of humankind, renounce the entire world and all the matter in it. For who buys and sells in the world, and he who eats and drinks of its matter, and he who lives in all its concerns and all its relationships, adds additional matters to the rest of his matter. For this whole world and everything in it, and all its relationships are material, residual leaven, and each will be questioned regarding his or her purity towards the possession, the animation, and the intent by which you have dealt with or had struck with. So purity is of very importance once you reach these realms. If you want to inherit the kingdom of heaven, you have to treat and deal with things in a pure way. That is why I've said to you before, renounce the entire world and all the matter in it, and you may not add additional matter to that which you already have in you. What he is saying, and this is important, he's not saying don't indulge and be part of matter. He's saying renounce the darkness within that matter. He's saying don't let it become greedy. Don't let it overcome your spiritual nature. Do good unto others, and don't allow it to affect you in this way. And if it does, pray for forgiveness and do penance. The Savior answered, saying, I do forgive and will forgive. It is for this reason that I have been sent from the first mystery, that I may forgive each one his sins. I'm sorry. And on the last part of this, it says, the human who finds the words of these mysteries in divine truth is the first in truth that is like it. Through those words and mysteries, and the all itself is maintained through that first. Therefore, the one who has found the words of those mysteries is like the first. For I have been speaking to you today about the gnosis of the knowledge of the ineffable. And that is all I will speak of today at this time from this work. Thank you very much for listening. I am going to carry on with my ceremony. And do the Ecclesia Gnostic Apostolique for North America and its jurisdictions. Hail, Sophia, filled with light. The Christ is with thee. Blessed is the liberator of thy light, Jesus. Bless the Holy Mother and the daughters. Bless thy children now and in the hour of our death. Amen.